Hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer and I'm sharing my journey on Mounjaro. And so far it's week 18 and I wanted to do an update. We're going to go over my updated weigh-in, some things that I'm working on now, especially with fiber intake, and answering a few questions that I've had from the past weeks. I also wanted to talk about some side effects and just how things are going in general right now with suppression and food noise. Alright, so first I wanted to talk about my food suppression. There was a little bit of a change at the end of last week. So it was the end of the week and my suppression was kind of going away. It doesn't usually get too bad, but that last day I felt so snacky. I felt like I could just snack so much, and it made me nervous because it reminded me of how my brain acted towards food before Mounjaro, and it was just like, it was kind of a kick in the butt because the snacks, like I just felt like I could go into the kitchen and I was just like looking around for what to have. And some things that helped me was having good snacks around. I don't live alone, so there are things that I don't really eat or buy so much, but they're still there, like, you know, just cookies and bread and just lots of stuff that I don't really have so much anymore. But I still tracked everything, and I tried to keep to my grapes and the things that I kind of keep ready for myself. And I'm trying to figure it out because it was so intense. It was just the most intense snacking feelings. And then the next day I took my injection and then I got my period. That kind of made sense to me because it was the end of the week, so I was, not having as much suppression, and then my period coming on, I usually do get a lot of cravings and hunger, sleepiness, moodiness. And I feel like since the timing of it, I think really put itself towards what was happening. So I think that's what happened, because after that I haven't felt snacky at all. And of course this was after my injection. So this week I've had really good suppression. I've had really good, my food noise has been under control, and I haven't really had to think about it so much anymore.
Right, so I really want to ask, have you noticed that when you get your period, although we have the suppression and less food noise, do you notice that your period is like overriding those feelings a little bit? I haven't felt that, but I think the mixture of being at the end of my week where maybe my Mounjaro wasn't working its fullest fight against those things, that I found myself like so ravenous and hungry. And then after I took my injection, I felt a lot better the next day. Like it took a day to kind of catch up with myself, but that last day was really, have you noticed that with yourself?
I did pick up a new box of 5 milligrams, so I'm staying on 5 milligrams. I'm not changing. I'm just going to keep going since it's going down. It's just going down a little slower, which is fine, because I always like to remind myself that it all adds up. The ounces, pounds, whatever, it all adds up, and it's contributing to the losses and the successes and everything like that. So I'm good with that. So I wanted to say thank you from not last week, but the week before. I got some really great suggestions because I was talking and asking for some suggestions for workout videos that you really enjoy also. And I got some really good comments, so thank you so much for that. I actually, on the days where I couldn't go outside and it was raining and everything, all that good stuff, I actually decided to look back at your suggestions. So thank you for all of these. I'm going to put them here because I did check out all of them, but I didn't get to do all of them yet. But I have them all together on a list that I'm going to use.
It's Tuesday and it's definitely a workout indoors day. It's been raining all day and I know for sure it's buggy. I technically could go out on my bike, but I don't know, the bugginess, you can kind of like see it from even just being inside.
Kim King sent this one for Dance Fitness with Jessica, so I'm going to try that first. It looks good because there's music. Alright, so I just finished my workout. I finished with Get Fit with Rick, and that was actually really good. I really liked the walking. It was low impact, and I think I did a 40-minute exercise or a 40-minute walk. That was really good. I really like him. He's really funny. So I think I'm gonna continue watching him, and I'm also gonna try the other videos of what you suggested. So I have a list. I have a list saved of the suggestions. It is Thursday, and I just picked up my medicine. It's all secure. I have my 5 milligram new box, and it's not raining yet, but it definitely looks dark out right now. So I'm gonna see how long I can get in on my bike. That we've never been to. We kind of came here by accident, but it's so beautiful. We decided to take a walk. So we're gonna get steps in, and I guess we'll see what we see, because I have no idea what to expect. Continuous road, I guess. Don't judge me. I'm having vitamin water. I had water on the trail while we were walking. I had water. So we got in the car, and I saw my zone minutes. For one, I saw my zone minutes and how far we went. So in this whole walk, we did 87 zone minutes. Excuse me, and 8,950 steps. So that's freaking awesome, and it's still 4:23 right now. We still have the rest of the day, so I might get to 10,000 by the end of the day. We'll see, but that was so good. I had so much fun. So to continue on, something that I've been looking for, everyone has really great suggestions about how to add fiber. There are supplements. A lot of people say the supplements, you should be eating the natural fiber. I agree. You should be having natural fiber as much as possible, but sometimes, this medicine really does cause some constipation, and I've definitely been dealing with that. There's so many options. I wouldn't say that any one is wrong. I think it's important to try what works for you and see what works for you, especially if there's a budget involved or anything like that. So I was able to find that it was so hard to find chia seeds in stores near me. I have Publix, but nobody really, it said it was in the bean aisle with the cans and the beans and everything like that, and that didn't sound right. We also looked just in case, but I didn't see anything. I don't know. I think we were looking in the wrong place, but the employee was looking on their little gadget thing. Anyways, I was able to find this online, so I have some chia seeds that are waiting to be used. I haven't tried them yet, but I looked up a simple recipe that sounds pretty good for chia seed pudding, and that sounds like a really good option. Let me know if you've tried that before, and if you add fruit. I'm gonna put the recipe here, and I'm gonna try it. And I was just curious, if you do make the chia seed pudding, what is your favorite add-ins to add in? I was honestly thinking star fruit, since we have some outside, and I've been trying to cut down on my grocery bill a little bit, because man, things are getting pretty expensive. So this week I really tried to buy the bare minimum of things, and I definitely didn't get all my usual groceries, but it'll be fine. But wow, things are really adding up. So I'm gonna try to use, I think it was kind of a good idea to kind of try and use what we already have. I do have frozen fruits in my freezer, so we're gonna dig into those also. But I was just curious if you have anything that you really like to add into your chia seed pudding. Let me know. Or if you don't like chia seed pudding, do you have a favorite way to consume the chia seeds? So I remember someone suggested trying to find dragon fruit. Along with the chia seeds, it proved to be very hard to try and find. The dragon fruit, I did finally find one, but I'm going to show it here. It was the loneliest looking dragon fruit, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to pay $5 for like the scraps of what was left. It kind of looked a little bit sad. So I figured I'm going to wait till I find a good place to find them. So we're on a hunt right now to find dragon fruit. I think we're going to try to go to a local green market or somewhere where they're going to have maybe a good amount of them, or maybe Sprouts. That place is a little bit expensive sometimes, but they do have a lot more variety of different types of things. So we'll see. Dragon fruit. Is anybody else having trouble finding dragon fruit and chia seeds in stores? Let me know. So something I'm trying now and actually has worked very well. I was really desperate and I needed something. I needed to see if there was something else that works for constipation, and this was actually really good. It's Mago 7. This was actually suggested when I went to the downsize meeting. I was speaking to Lorraine and a group, and Lorraine suggested the Mago 7 for the constipation, and that definitely works and helps a lot. I got a small bottle because trying so many things, it just ends up being, I didn't want to accumulate a bunch of things that I wasn't sure if I liked yet, but I figured that if I liked it, I'll just get the bigger bottle when I need it. But I think I will repurchase this, but there's enough in here for a while. It's not something that I plan on taking constantly. I am going to try to have up my fiber to really help the whole situation, but if I really need something like that, I will go to that, and I know that it will work. So I think there's a balance, you know, whatever works for you. I think that's it. That seems like a really good option. All right, so I wanted to update on my weigh-in. So this past week I was 256.6, and today I weighed in at 255.0, and that is a total loss of 45.9. So close to 56, but 45. That is so great. And you know, it's been going a little bit slower, but like I said, it all adds up. I'm just really happy and proud I can continue on, and I've been feeling really good. So this coming week is a holiday, and it's going to be interesting. I haven't had trouble with holidays in a while since I started having more whole foods. We are going to have some family over this week for the holiday, and it's going to be a little bit different, but I'm going to try to fit in my workouts and everything like that, and kind of continue on with everything. And I'm excited because it's going to be a 4-month wrap up next week. So that's the video that's coming up next, is 4 months, kind of wrapping up on Mounjaro, and we'll see how that goes. But till then, thank you so much for being here, and I'm really excited to just continue on. I'm so happy to hear from you, so thank you so much for commenting and being here and sharing your journey as well. I really love reading the comments of how you're doing also, or just hearing from you. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I will catch up with you next week. Bye.